Plus money and chasing your dreams. Easy beat, turn the place, everything. Marriage and relationships are not about rings. Trying to raise a family is so insane. He tries to keep politics off the brain. But sitting in the questions, he might just scream. Business and entrepreneurship is his thing. There is society,
and there is reality.
That's my dad. That's my dad.
Welcome. I am BBT. You can ask me anything. How y'all doing today? Happy Monday, y'all. Monday's for the ballers, the entrepreneurs, the go-getters, the hustlers. Happy Monday to you all. It's time to go and make it happen. I don't have much time, so I'm going to jump right into it. I want to start off with some tweets of the day. First tweet, this is from Eton Thomas. He says, where's our ADL? Where's our organization that's going to do what the ADL did to carry for us? So whenever someone crosses that line and insults and disrespects us, they then have to go through our steps of atonement, whether it's the National Action Network, the NAACP, the Nation of Islam, the Urban League, whoever. We need our own ADL. Yeah. Like I said on a few shows back, I was just brought to awareness of the ADL, and it's been around for a while. And in listening to the Hebrews to Negroes book, learning about the Jew funds and how people contribute, and that's how they help people get through college and start businesses and things like that. And it just makes me wonder, with the Black leadership over the years, what happened to these organizations that can protect Black people? You would think it was the NAACP, but I don't exactly know what they do. So, yeah, where is our ADL? Next tweet. Culture Crave says Disney's Strange World bombs at the box office with 18.6 million domestically in its first 5 days. The film is projected to lose at least 100 million. Damn. Yeah, I don't recall seeing too many advertisements on this movie. I definitely want to see it. I want to watch it with the kids. So I will watch it and I'll give my feedback. But from what I saw when I did see the previews, it looked pretty good. Next week, Cooper Cup. He says to try to be a voice for our children who rely on the protection of the men and women that were entrusted the responsibility of nurturing them and raising them up. Please make yourself aware of the attack against our young ones by Balenciaga and ensure that they are held responsible for it. For those of us in positions to create change in the way that companies manipulate people and advertise evil, please stand up. Yes, yeah, I'll be talking about the Balenciaga some more. I wasn't going to talk about it in detail, but I'm just seeing too much crazy stuff, and it kind of aligns with what I read in the Hebrews to Negro chapter 21. And he talks about it throughout the book, but he really goes into detail about it in chapter 21 of the book. So, yeah, next week. C.C. Freeman says slavery is what made America the wealthiest, most innovative nation in history. You are died in the wool races who paid Black American freemen reparations for 250 years of enslavement, peonage, convict leasing, Jim Crow, redlining, mass incarceration, medical experiments, and more. This is in response to President Biden posting fair competition, what made America the wealthiest, most innovative nation in history. And he goes on to say, now imagine if we gave everyone he was basically saying, full opportunities to be successful. And her response is, yeah, this country is built off slavery. And it is what it is. The facts are the facts. Accept it and let's deal with it. So there is less resentment so that you can make atonement to the mistakes that this country's made. So next week, Candace Owens, it took 6 days for Kim Kardashian to not actually condemn Balenciaga for child pornography, because although she was disgusted and outraged, money is money. And sometimes you got to let child pornography fly for free clothes and money or something. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. Plus, I got a video from her as well. Next week, once again, Kim Kardashian again. Rob Smith said Kim Kardashian divorced Kanye over a MAGA hat. but she's trying to work it out with the pedophiles at Balenciaga. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a second. And then the last tweet, Ye is going to start movement of personal responsibility in which his following buys land, grows food, start businesses, hires one another, homeschools, and builds parallel systems. Even if he loses the election, he still wins. There are your tweets of the day. Tweet, tweet. Tweet, tweet. Tweet, tweet. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit more about this Balenciaga thing. It's pretty intense. It's crazy. It's a lot to take in, but at the end of the day, it's something that we need to talk about and we need to understand. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to play this video by this Andrew Tate guy. Now, apparently, he was just reinstated on Twitter. I don't know much about him. I tell you all the time, I don't follow too many people, but apparently, this is a very popular guy, very opinionated, and for some reason, he was taken off Twitter. I guess because he's very outspoken, but he's back. And he did this interview, and I thought it was very telling. So I want to share this.
If it was done on purpose, which as we just deciphered it must have been, why are they doing this? And I don't think many people understand why a brand like Balenciaga would so openly show the world that they are trying to promote pedophilia. I'll tell them why. So some could argue that they're trying to advertise it and encourage it, normalize. And that is the case. That is what they're trying to do. But it actually goes a level deeper than that. Satanists, people who worship Satan, believe in karmic retribution. They believe that they can suffer the consequence of lying and tricking you. So the very simple premise is this. If I sell poison apples, and I write apples, and you come and eat one, I poisoned you. But if I sell poison apples, and I have a sign that says apples, they're poison, and you come and eat one, you commit suicide. I haven't murdered you, you committed suicide.
That's what Satanists believe.
Satanists believe by telling you what they're doing, they don't have any karmic retribution. I'm not responsible for the I'm not responsible for all the negative fallout from my actions if they understood what I was doing and allowed me to do it. This is why they show you and tell you what they're doing. If I show you and tell you that we're pedophiles and you continue to buy our products, then you're supporting pedophilia and you're obviously okay with us being pedophiles. If I do it hidden behind your back, then you can argue and say, I didn't know they were pedophiles. But by showing you, I've shown you I'm a pedophile, you still want to wear my t-shirt. So obviously what I'm doing is okay. And this karmic retribution model and the way that Satanists view the world, and when I say Satanists, I genuinely mean people who worship Satan. The people who are in charge of these brands and in charge of the Western world, in charge of the Matrix, genuinely worship Satan. When you understand the idea of karmic retribution, you can apply that to so many scenarios. They're doing this with everything. Karmic retribution isn't just about Balenciaga. Let's look at the recent scam of COVID. They made it very clear to you it was bullshit. They made it very clear that the virus is going to hurt.
They made it clear that they didn't listen.
They
disobeyed the mask laws.
Yeah, they made it very clear to you it was all stupid. So that when you still did it, they can say, well.
So once again, you can go back and you can go on his page, follow him on Twitter, and you can see the whole thing. But yeah, I want to hear that part about Balenciaga and the fact that what do you call it? Karmic retribution is the fact that they put it out there and they say, okay, we're letting you know who we are, what we're about. And if you continue to buy and wear and support, then you're okay with it. And that makes a lot of sense. I didn't know how to really say what I was trying to say on the last couple shows, but yeah, that makes perfect sense. Like if they believe in Satan and like he said, they put it out there, you accept it, then hey, I wipe my hands clean. So now I wanted to play, well, before I play this, I wanted to go through this Kim Kardashian tweet. So basically Kim Kardashian said, and this is, I believe, 6 days after the whole story broke or the ad came out, she said, and she's a big sponsor of the brand. Let me read this Kim Kardashian statement. She says, I've been quiet for the past few days, not because I haven't been disgusted and outraged by the recent Balenciaga campaigns, but because I wanted an opportunity to speak to their team to understand for myself how this could have happened. As a mother of 4, I have been shaken by the disturbing images. The safety of our children must be held with the highest regard, and any attempts to normalize child abuse of any kind should have no place in our society, period. I appreciate Balenciaga's removal of the campaigns and apology. And speaking with them, I believe they understand the seriousness of the issue and will take the necessary measures for this to never happen again. And for my future with Balenciaga, I am currently reevaluating my relationship with the brand based on off of their willingness to accept accountability for something that should have never happened to begin with, and the action I'm expecting to see them take to protect children. So yeah, there you have it. That's her statement. Obviously, I'm not sure she wrote it, for publicly wrote it, but anyway, it comes out her Twitter, and that's her statement. One thing you didn't hear is that I'm severing ties with the company. I do not support pedophilia or the issues that you're displaying with children. I have 4 of my own. Seems like she got to protect the bag. I'm sure she's probably going to end up severing relationships with them, because I think the public outrage is going to be too much for her to deal with. But it says a lot that, one, she took as long as she did to come out, and then 2, the fact that she won't just sever the relationship. It's like, damn, these people are powerful. But anyway, I wanted to then now show this video, because this video was pretty creepy. And once again, fair use. This is for educational purposes only. Definitely, these are not my opinions specifically. I am just sharing information. So let me do this. I'm gonna play it.
Negroes with Rick Owens and his wife. As you can see, Rick Owens' wife is doing the as above, so below sign that you see here on the satanic statue of the Baphomet. Here's another photo of Rick Owens and his wife. Here's from Vogue, Rick Owens Menswear 2020. This is from the same Balenciaga campaign that had the BDSM teddy bears that the children were holding. You can see caution tape with Balenciaga spelled with 2 A's, which is the deity Bel from the Bible, in which children were given as sacrifices to this deity. Another Balenciaga campaign shows a child with a balloon string wrapped around their neck. And if you remember the book that was in a Balenciaga ad that showcased an artist who made art playing with chopped off hands and feet and blood. Here's some more art from that same artist. Look at this demonic garbage. From the new Santa Claus show on Disney, says, "We love you, Satan." Now check out this video from a Balenciaga campaign.
What's in your bag? In my bag, a Subway. Like, video was yeah.
Like Kanye said, do not look up to these celebrities. None of these celebrities are calling out Balenciaga. None of them. None of the rappers, actors are calling out this demonic garbage we are seeing. Whether you believe in God or not, whether you believe in the devil or not, there is a spiritual war going on. The Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. It is time to wake up. They are after the children. They are after the children's minds. They are after our minds. The war is on.
So there you have it. Yeah, it was pretty intense. And like I said, this stuff has been out in the open, and it's like everybody wants to wear their clothes. Everybody wants to support the brand. Everybody wants to be a part of this. It's like, damn. And like I said, going back to the Hebrews to Negroes book, once again, I've always kind of dismissed certain concepts, Satanists, devil worshiping, certain things like that, because I just, for someone like me, it's not like believable. I'm sorry, not that it's not believable. I just don't think about it, because I believe in a higher being, and that's just how I've always been. So I just always just kind of ignore the whole Satanist thing and all of that stuff. But to see this stuff out in the open, to see a lot of the celebrities, entertainers in bed with them big time, and now you have this thing that broke and it's come out and no one is speaking up, and it just says a lot. And it says a lot about the statements that Kanye said. And I also wanted to play this really quick before I wrap up. This statement that that Candace Owens said in response, or she directed it towards Kim Kardashian. So let me play this, then I'm gonna get up out of here.
It's going to usher in pedophilia. You now have Balenciaga, one of the loudest brands in the world, biggest brands in the world, loudest brands in the world, with a fleet of A-list celebrities, okay, that stand behind them. This is the same Balenciaga that just dropped Ye for being anti-Semitic, okay? And they are now putting on display child pornography. Now, because Tucker Carlson did a segment on this and drummed up a response to this, they have now issued a statement saying that they should have never featured the children in the campaign. That's it. We should have never featured. Forget the fact that we have papers celebrating child pornography under the curses, but we got caught, so oopsie, we're sorry. Now, here's what I know to be true. Kim Kardashian, girl. I know, I just know you are going to find that same energy that you found, that you and your sister Chloe found, to write a tweet against your husband, condemning anti Semitism and all of its forms, that copy and pasted rhetoric that you meant nothing when you even pasted it. But I know that since you found that energy to condemn that anti Semitism, that you are going to find that same energy, that same exact effing energy to stand up and to condemn Balenciaga. Because, girl, we know that you are desperate for fame. You sold your own body for it. We know that all you ever wanted in your life was to be invited to Balenciaga parties and to be invited to places that Anna Wintour are. But we know that at the same time, you are going to find a little bit of whatever soul you have left to take a strong stance against child pornography and pedophilia. To take a powerful stance by saying that you will no longer rep this brand. It's that easy. A tweet will suffice. In fact, let me help with the language. I condemn child pornography and all of its forms, and I will no longer associate myself with Balenciaga, which just tried to pull the wool over society's eyes by essentially saying that they are happy that laws were struck down against the Child Pornography Prevention Act, because that's what Ashcroft's decision was. The Child Pornography Prevention Act removed parts of the guts of that law, the Prevention Act, which prevented virtual child pornography. So I know you are just looking for the right words.
So yeah, so there you have it. That was Candace Owens' take. So I done played some very, I guess, controversial controversial figures, Candace Owens, Andrew Tate. And yeah, I gotta agree with both of their points. And this gotta stop, this whole child pornography thing. Once again, I don't even like to report on stuff like this with young kids of my own. And once again, I can't fathom this stuff. Like, this stuff is just like, it's not believable to me. But to see this stuff right in the open, it's just sad. And it's like more people need to speak out and speak up about this, because it's not right. Kids, they're not in a position to protect themselves. We as adults, as parents, as just older individuals that believe in right, have to speak up and speak out against this crap. So definitely do your research. Go check out that that Kim Kardashian tweet, because when you scroll down, you can see a lot of good information pertaining to what's going on. So yeah, that's all I got. Happy Monday once again. And you all have a blessed day, and bust them goals wide open. I'm out. Peace.